Let's just start with the basics. What is a media list? It's a compilation of reporters, journalists, freelancers, producers, and their publications or their TV shows, their podcasts, just whatever media they are contributing to. And that includes their contact information that's organized in a way for the purpose of pitching your story ideas, sharing media alerts, sharing news about your company or your clients' businesses, product launches, brand launches, different story ideas that are tailored to that specific outlet. So you can create this database and keep a record of ideal outlets to pitch for your clients and keep track of who you've pitched and what angles you've pitched to them, so you know you're not doubling up and repeating yourself. You know when to follow up. So we recommend creating a media tracker. And we have a whole lesson around how to do that inside the Pitch Lab with a sample that you can make your own, and you have a media tracker. But the thing that people are always struggling with is, especially if they're just starting out, they don't want to pay, $7,000 a year for Cision or Muck Rack or another outlet or another media contacts database. They're very cost prohibitive. And the crazy thing is with those databases is that there are so many features that they have that you're paying a lot of money for all of these features and benefits that you probably don't even use, and for media contacts that you'll never be pitching, right? So it's really helpful to, the very first thing I always recommend everybody do, whether you're learning how to do PR or you're looking to grow and scale an agency, is you have to niche down on your practice areas, your client, your client base, so that you have a really targeted niche, maybe 2 or 3. When you have niches, you're able to also niche down with who your media targets are going to be, because there will be overlap with who you're contacting for your different clients because they're in that same niche. So you can go deep and create these great relationships with certain key media contacts. And you don't have to know everyone. You just have to start to build a database and a media contacts list with the contacts that are the gatekeepers that'll make an impact on the types of clients you're going to work with. So it's a lot easier when you do it that way versus thinking of the entire world of opportunity. It's really overwhelming, and you shouldn't have to think that you need to be connected to every single outlet, a journalist at every single outlet. You need to focus on creating some key relationships. So as you're building out your media list, you're going to include, we have a bunch of recommendations, but just the basic 4 things are the publication, the journalist's name, the beat, which is the topic area or the kind of reporting that they cover, and their contact information. So you're maintaining their email. Probably the number one most important thing is reaching them through email, address, phone number, and their social media handles. And that's important because you can start to connect with them and their content, share their content and tag them, have a kind of back and forth conversation. If you share certain interests or have traveled somewhere that they've traveled, you can start to engage and make a real connection with the person behind that email or that, name. So it's important to pick up the publication that you want to pitch and look at the different sections, the different types of content that they are they're covering, so that you can start to see who's writing those different features and start to see some patterns emerge of who you should probably reach out to, and put those people in your list. What platform or database do we place these contacts in? You can do it in Google Sheets, and in our program we share a template, and you can just take it and copy it and put it into your own Google Sheets. What I love about that is that you can share that with your team, and everybody can be contributing anything they find out. Side note on that, just I don't want you to feel discouraged or feel like you are not as established or capable or effective because maybe you don't have access to an expensive database. Just wipe that from your head, because you can do it. If you do have one of these databases or you have a shared seat or whatever, that's fantastic, but you still need to create your own curated lists. You're never going to spray and pray. Introduce yourself. Start to curate a list of your top contacts you know are going to be needed to start to get the features that you want, even if it's a new niche. Don't let that discourage you. It's all about offering them great information, great story angles, really timely, relevant, appropriate, targeted, strategic pitch angles. So you're going to start to look at the kind of gatekeepers of those key publications that you want to start breaking into with your new niche. Just introduce yourself. Don't even have a pitch ready, just a general, very quick, be a person, have a personality. Hey, just wanted to introduce myself. I'm a huge fan of your writing. I recently listened to your latest, podcast, and I can totally relate to your point about XYZ. I've actually applied that in my own business, or that's had an impact on me, or whatever it is. And just so you know, I represent clients that, from time to time, I'd love to send your way with some story ideas. Are you open to receiving pitches? Or is email the best way to send you pitches, right? It's just all about making that introduction. Then the next time you actually do send a pitch, they'll say, oh yeah, I remember, this name looks familiar. And they're more inclined to open it and, reply to you. So it's just about, be a human being, have a personality, try to connect with the other person on the other side. But this is why I'm always preaching about niching down.